Did you know that you could become a citizen of a new country, get a new passport, belong to a new nation in less than 6 months? There's many countries around the world that offer their citizenship in exchange for an investment, for a legal payment from you in exchange for their passport and their citizenship. In this video, I'll explain the 3 passports that I recommend my clients get that are fast, affordable, and not that much hassle, so you can get a second passport starting today. The first country available is in the Caribbean, and it's called Dominica, a beautiful island which has access to many countries around the world. They recently got access to China, if you're interested in traveling to that part of the world, as well as all of Europe, the UK, and it's also a very straightforward process. They are the country that processes the most passports out of all of these countries that I'll mention, and they have a straightforward procedure. You invest $100,000 and you get your passport for 10 years, and you can keep renewing it every 10 years. You can pay a little bit more to add more people onto the application, but if you're just one person and you're looking for a second passport, Dominica might be the best choice. The other passports that I'll mention are good for families as well. If you want to add on your family, the cost will obviously go up, 150, 200,000, maybe even 300,000 if you want to add a lot of people, but you can include all of your family in any of the countries that I mentioned. Dominica is also a very beautiful island if you actually want to live in Dominica, although these countries you probably don't want to live in them, you just want to use their passport and their citizenship to do whatever you want, for asset protection, to renounce your US citizenship, to travel better around the world. But if you want to go to Dominica, there's beautiful waterfalls, beaches, mountains that you can enjoy as a citizen of your own country. The next country that I recommend for you to get a second passport is St. Kitts and Nevis, where I'm actually a citizen. I invested $150,000 into this country and I got their passport and their citizenship in exchange. Right now they're doing a discount, so if you're a single applicant, you can apply for $125,000, slightly more expensive than Dominica, but better travel freedom than Dominica, and also the longest running program in all of the citizenship by investment programs available around the world. It has been running for decades. It's improving its due diligence process. It has a better unit right now in the country working on selling their passports. They're doing their best to clean it up, to be in good relations with the US, with other countries around the world, and overall maintaining the standard and reputation of St. Kitts. St. Kitts and Nevis is also a tax-free country, so if you were to move to St. Kitts and Nevis, then you can also pay 0 taxes on your personal income and on all your crypto and capital gains. So you'd pay 0% tax if you were to live there in St. Kitts and Nevis. Even though I haven't even been to St. Kitts and Nevis, you can get their passport, you can travel to the 150 plus countries that you want around the world. This is the popular one for Americans. A lot of Americans get St. Kitts citizenship and then they renounce US citizenship a couple of months later. I got my passport in 6.5 months, and you can get yours between 4 and 7 months. That is the current processing time for this citizenship. If you want to add on a spouse onto your application, $125,000 for one applicant and then $150,000 for both of you included. So if you want to do it, you and your spouse, it is a great offer because usually St. Kitts is $150,000 per person for a single applicant, and now it's $150,000 for you and your spouse. The third country that I recommend, it's called Antigua and Barbuda, also a Caribbean country, tax-free and absolutely beautiful. They have 365 beaches, 1 beach for every day of the year, and they offer their citizenship for $100,000 donation plus $30,000 in fees. So essentially it is $130,000. You're paying $100,000 for Dominica, $125,000 for St. Kitts, $130,000 for Antigua and Barbuda. They have really good travel freedom around the world. And what I like about Antigua and Barbuda, it is that it's not that well known around the world, unlike St. Kitts and Nevis, which pretty much everybody around the world knows that St. Kitts and Nevis sells their citizenship. I went to a bank recently. I showed up with my St. Kitts passport and they said, "Oh, you bought that, right? That's a tax haven. We're not sure we can process that application." I ended up doing the application with another passport. If you want to find out what other passports we offer, you can book a call below because there's many other options around the world. Antigua and Barbuda gives you the benefit of not that many people knowing that it's a tax haven or it's a country that sells their passport, and you can potentially get away with a lot more in immigration, opening bank accounts, overall have less hassle in your life if you choose Antigua, but you also sacrifice some countries. For example, Argentina doesn't have visa-free access with Antigua. With St. Kitts, you have visa-free access. You also have visa-free access to other countries around the world, I think it's a little bit better than Antigua in that sense. Now, I should mention that all of these countries are part of the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, Grenada, which is another country that I didn't mention here because they lost access to the US with their E2 visa program. Unfortunately, the US has been cracking down on citizenship by investment recently, and they said that if you buy the Grenada passport for $150,000, you cannot apply for an E2 visa, and the same applies for Turkey. If you get Turkish citizenship by investment for $400,000 and then you try to apply for an E2 visa, it will be denied. So Grenada for $150,000 isn't that great of a passport anymore. I would much rather choose any of these other 3 passports over Grenada since they don't have E2 access anymore. Also, Montserrat, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines are part of this organization. If you have one of these passports and one of this citizenship, it means that you can live in all the other countries in the organization, similar to how the EU works. Even though these 3 passports are the most common that my clients pick and that I recommend, there are many other countries that sell their citizenship and other programs that you may not know about or have never heard of. If you want to know more programs and you want to know more details, click that link in the description and book a one-on-one call with us. It is a complimentary call. We'll tell you all about the programs that we offer and that you have available. And you can also check out the video right here on the best passport you've never heard of that actually you should start looking at. It is a passport that is improving massively, that gives you access to a lot of countries around the world from a beautiful country. Check it out right now.